Hi friends, I recently taught a stamp class, and one of the things that the hostess asked me to demonstrate was our two-step stamp sets. And I absolutely love our two-step stamp sets. They're probably one of my favorite types of sets because they're so fast to make. And a prime example is this one, our Stippled Blossoms. Now I do have other videos using this set. It is a set I've used many times. So I'm going to show you the card that we did in our class, and my card base is just a simple Whisper White card base. Now when you're doing two-step stamps, you're going to have a solid image, a bold image, and an outline image, and that's the same with all of our two-step stamps. This is one of our newest ones, the Lotus Blossom. It works the same way. So what I'm going to do is ink up my solid stamp. I'm going to stamp it off on scrap paper first so that it's not too bright, and then just push down. So it's just nice and soft like that. I'm going to repeat that. And because I've got inky fingers, I've got some ink up here, I'm going to cover them up by putting a rose up there as well. Now I'm going to take my outline stamp. I'm going to move this card for a second. And I'm going to use my stamp-a-ma-jig. So I've got my piece of plastic, I'm lining it up in the corner of my stamp-a-ma-jig, inking up the outline and pushing it down into the center of the handle and lifting it off. So I have my outline. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to line it up on top of my rose so I can see exactly where it's going. Put my handle back, move my plastic, re-ink that outline stamp so it's going to be a nice dark image going on top, and push down and just hold it for a second and lift off. And when you do, you've got all the detail of your rose. And your stamp is done. There's no coloring required because the stamps colored them for you. So I'm going to do that again. And because I stamped off on the first stamp, it's a softer color, it's a softer shade of red, so it looks like you're using two different ink pads, but you're not. You're just using the one. And you could use different colors of ink pads. I've done that many times and it looks beautiful. But I just wanted to keep this quick and simple. And also I wanted to show you with this card that you don't need to have a whole ton of supplies to make some beautiful cards. Just stamps, ink, and paper. Can you see how beautiful that is? Really lovely. Alright, let's add some greenery with our leaves. Going to use mossy meadow. So these are our leaves. So we, just like our rose, we have the solid leaf and we have the outline. So we're going to start with the solid. I'm going to ink off and just fill in those white spots. Alright, using the same mossy metal. Now I could use my stamp-a-ma-jig, but I find this stamp is an easy one to pretty much line up. I'm going to use my expression, which is from the Heart stamp set. It's an oldie but a goodie, and it's still available with Stampin' Up, and I'm inking it up with my black StazOn. Now, going back into my mossy metal, I'm just going to grab my sponge and lightly sponge around the edge of my card. And I'm just going in tiny little circles. So that was the card that we did in the class, just to basically show the ladies how to do the two-step stamping and also how to use the Stamp-a-ma-jig. Now, one thing I didn't do in the class, but I'm going to show you in this video, is you can still step this card up a little bit. So we're going to use the Gorgeous Grunge stamp set. I'm going to take some crumb cake. I'm just going to add just a few little bit of splatters here and there. Just like that. Do you know what would really make this card just sing? You said dazzling diamonds. You know me well. So we're going to take our two-way glue pen, and I'm just going to just kind of dab it here and there. I'm not being too particular about where I put my dazzling diamond glitter. Okay. Lovely. Time to add our glitter. Just sprinkle that on and tap it off. You see how it sparkles? It just makes you happy. So I'm going to do two more quick little things to this card. And again, this is just stepping it up. You don't have to do this. It's just to show how you can take a pretty card, basic and simple, and then you can just keep building on it as much as you like. So I'm taking my aqua painter and I'm using my Soft Sky ink. Squeeze it so that I can get some ink on the top of my lid, and I'm going to color inside this Enjoyed. And because I used my StazOn ink, it won't bleed. Okay. I'm going to add a little bit in here just to add a little bit of shadow. And across the top. And then I'm just going to add a diamond. A rhinestone diamond goes on each end. So I hope you give two-step stamping a try. If you've never used them before, don't be afraid or intimidated by them. They're really easy to use, and the results are usually going to be pretty stunning and pretty wonderful. So thank you for watching. Have a great day and happy stamping.